if I were to grade Arteta based on his performance this season, I would give him a B minus.
From my standpoint, it's a A minus. But you enlighten
What's
us.
your grade? What's your grade? Huh?
A, higher than me. Yeah, A. Wow.
You take off your jersey, inside got Arsenal jersey. You like Coach Chelsea?
Just now you just say what? Arsenal and United same.
No.
Right.
Next season, the jersey almost the same. The design is the same.
It's almost the same.
Yeah.
Same one.
We were
It's
walking
it's the same.
and coming up here, we were showing, is this the same? Yeah, it's quite similar. It's just that the
some
sleeve,
pattern, some
the
pattern
sleeve
different,
is white for Arsenal. Ours is all red, and the collar is about the same.
Yes.
I think yours is less triangle.
The lining is
Mine is
lining.
triangle.
Yeah, yours is a bit triangle. So Adidas, what the heck?
That's the thing. Because fans like you will just buy the vintage one. So it's okay. Wait for the vintage one. Right?
Sometimes the second, third kit or the training kit is nicer.
Yeah.
The one that's
the
being
kit.
leaked out for United is the white kit is.
Okay. Sarong Scouser, Sarong Scouser,
Yeah,
please do reviews.
Shout out.
Do
Shout out.
reviews for our
New
new
jerseys,
season
yes.
kit.
Back to the rating, I think Arteta did a very good job.
Okay.
Actually, we let you explain first lah. Why B?
Why B minus?
I'm
right?
surprised why you say B minus. actually.
Why B minus?
I will be happy
Okay.
with that.
I'll say the good points first.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Arteta has brought us up to 4th or 5th position. So Europa, and it started from the first few games of the season whereby we were in relegation zone.
Yeah, man.
Right? So that big shift, I think it's up to it's really him lah. Him and his team, of course, to reach
Coaches
that
the
top
coaches,
5. Right? We didn't expect that. Okay, our fans were really down. So he excelled in that. He and Edu overhauled the squad, get rid of a lot of dead weight. There's still dead weight. Shout out Pepe. Shout out.
Shout out Pepe.
Is he that bad?
Huh?
Is he that bad?
Okay, maybe he's a United quality. Okay.
I mean,
Let's
never
not
mind.
talk about Pepe, but later then we talk. So he has overhauled the team, and a lot of other teams would like what he did lah with Arsenal lah, like Manchester United, like what he did, right, to get new young blood, right? Okay, so he did that. He brought in Ramsdale. He brought in Ben White. Gabriel was less injury prone this season, and even Odegaard was a good signing. So he kind of formed that team well. Okay. Now, why I say B minus, right? He's not really a new manager, right? This is his 3rd season. His first season was 8. His second season was 8. If this season, most probably he will get 5th. Is that really a big improvement?
Yes.
No, I would say no. That first few games where we were in relegation zone is just a blip. It's just a blip.
We can say it.
Right? It was just a blip.
Yeah.
Right? So if you see towards the end of the season, at every end of the season, 5 is a small improvement. Okay. Second is he has made a lot of poor decision when the going gets tough.
Okay.
There's a few times in the games, right, when of course Tierney got injured. He played Granit Xhaka as left back, which I think he lost that. Even though Granit Xhaka I don't quite like, but we need him in as a defensive midfielder. How long did it take for him to realize that El Neni and Granit Xhaka
Together
was good together? By that time, we already lost 2 games to mid-table teams, right? So that decision, a few of these decisions, bringing in players at the wrong timing or late, or putting players in the wrong position, I feel that is a big mistake. That cost our UCL spot. He cost us a UCL spot. Second is that another thing that he cost us UCL spot is that he don't know how to motivate players. The games that we lose is because of pressure. Understandably, this is the first time Arsenal is pushing for UCL spot, right?
Yeah.
Players are feeling the pressure. And when you feel the pressure, you need the manager to say, like Jose Mourinho, his documentary, he will say, I'm there for you. You know, he calms players down. He motivates players. I mean, he's experienced in that, right?
Yeah.
Arteta doesn't know how to calm players or how to manage players mentally. he doesn't know how to. I mean, he's still learning. I hope he improves next season. But that is a big portion whereby he doesn't know how to handle these players' emotions. And a lot of times, players get pressured and stressed, get red card. They lose the game. Easy game, they lose. Against big teams also, like Spurs, they lose their head. They try to do something that, because of their stressfulness. And Arteta doesn't know how to do that. He only knows how to shout from the side. Even he with Klopp, he shout at Klopp. That kind of thing. He tries to argue. What kind of behavior is that? I mean, if you ask me, this kind of behavior is very immature for a manager. Ancelotti wouldn't do that. Klopp, even Pep, they can shout, but the way they motivate players, right? Arteta doesn't have that quality. So to me, B- is because he can get us to the top 4 to top 5. But with Arteta, if he doesn't improve, he will only be that. He will never bring us top 2. Yeah. So his mistakes, when I was looking, okay, how do I assess him, right? His mistakes outweigh his good points. That's why I give him a B-. I'm still happy with what overall, if you talk about not just that season, if you talk about long term, right? Let's say next season, we are much more secure compared to United. I'm looking forward to the next season because he has secured young players who will grow together. Hopefully, please don't leave. Right? Nketiah can leave, but
Nketiah performed the past few games.
I'm sorry, I disagree. Only 2 games or 3 games he
past few games.
performed.
He clutched.
Out of one whole season.
Yeah, but he was injured, right?
That's
Past season.
where you have to keep certain players to let him prove himself.
Yeah. So okay,
Zaka, I don't mind if you want him. Yeah. This is one of the players I feel that you may let him go.
Aubameyang, I feel that he could have been handled better. Again, player management. I don't want a manager who say, okay, you don't agree with me, you don't agree with process, get out. Look at Lukaku. How Lukaku and how Tuchel handle Lukaku. Even though Lukaku not a good player lah, but he comes back to play as well.
But have you thought of why Arteta doesn't know how to really manage?
I don't know.
You learn from who? You learn from who?
Pep
and Ibrahimovic. What happened? He want Messi to play this. Ibrahimovic, it's you say that he.
I don't think that's a good thing, man.
But the thing is, Pep has not. If you ask me whether who is the best among his manager and Pep, his manager is the fatherly, like the Ferguson fatherly figure.
I want that.
Everything, but Pep is not. But
Sorry, he's taken.
but the thing is, the new manager
For the next 3 years.
the next manager for us is also but under Pep.
Oh,
but
aren't you scared?
no,
No.
no. But he's proven in one of not say very high profile league,
Okay.
but in Dutch league itself, if let's say he can secure 3 in a row, I think it's pretty good achievement. One thing.
In a Farmers League. Okay.
I mean, better than Norwegian league, right?
Okay.
So
Sure.
second of all, he has that strong iron control. If you don't play the way I play, you are
Very
out.
similar, huh?
No, it's similar.
Arsenal and Man U.
He's still not scared.
No, the thing is,
He's still not scared.
but he knows.
he's
You
still
see,
okay.
the thing is,
Never mind.
players like him, like even when he left, Anthony said, it's fine.
That one is their players like him.
Yeah,
Your players doesn't mean that your players are like him.
What I'm trying to say is, he haven't come yet.
yeah.
I'm saying that currently he and Arteta is both under. But you see the way the both of them.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it time? I mean, in this generation of players, and in this new era, right? Does managers with the iron fist work or not?
The thing is, Klopp is like that.
Iron fist.
Yes, he is. Mamadou Sakho was shipped out. He came for training late. He was not disciplined. He was sent to the relegation to the reserve bench, and after that sold to Crystal Palace, I think. So,
But maybe Klopp
not-
balances it with fatherly.
yes, because Klopp,
love.
the only thing that Klopp has in abundance that people laughed at when he came down is that Klopp has not done anything except hugs. No, his hug is the one that makes people warm up
I
to
want
him.
that.
His play, yeah, I also want. the players, right? Even Diaz, when came in, he told his mother, oh, I played, Klopp gives me a nice hug. He says that I played well. That actually motivates players to become the player that wants to play for the manager. And the thing is, I think if I want to add to you, why I think Arteta deserves a bit better.
Okay, wait. Let me interrupt you. I got one more point. Why Arteta is B-?
Yes.
He got rid of Aubameyang. January transfer window. He did not spend on a player to cover that.
Then I will stop you. Does your club want to pay?
I don't know.
That's the thing. Your club is...
That's true.
The club, your club,
They not want to buy.
is a top 4 club since Wenger, right? The club may not even want to pay anything until you
But
finish.
this is what if. I'm just saying that what he didn't do.
But you have striker. You have Lacazette.
Lacazette.
Who's
the next?
That's a funny one.
Nketiah.
Yeah. Lacazette performed a bit.
UCL place.
Then when Lacazette, I noticed that Lacazette is playing as a false nine a bit, under Arteta.
Yeah.
And he's playing like similar to Firmino's style,
yeah.
and he's connecting the front two. When Arsenal was going on a very good run, the front three was clicking. Saka, Martinelli, Lacazette.
Yeah.
They were clicking, and Odegaard was actually controlling the general.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the general in the midfield.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's fine. But yeah, props to him finding Elneny and Zaka's combination late lah.
I don't
because
need
actually
to buy.
these two
I
good.
don't need to buy. January transfer window always difficult to buy, right?
Mm.
Loan.
I
Just get a loan, man.
I think because Arsenal budget is also a bit over.
That's why I say loan.
Your midfield, who's that guy, the number 8 from Real Madrid?
Odegaard.
He was a last year or this year purchase?
This year purchase.
This year purchase, but
So-
last year alone.
But I believe because of him and some other players, use up and Aubameyang left in Jan. The club didn't expect him after signing a contract throw tantrum.
But it was before the January transfer window.
Yeah.
He left with, they threw him out. Or threw him out lah, threw him out.
But 1 or 2 months before the transfer window,
Yeah.
But that's before it was being sealed. Like before. Okay,
He was shipped out because I think there was a bit of a rift between Arteta and him.
Discipline issue lah.
Yeah.
Same lah like what Klopp is lah. You
Yeah.
come in late, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then you travel.
I think
travel the night before.
I think one
You
of the
go clubbing,
reason is
right?
I think one of the reason is
problem lah actually.
Arteta still need to know how to handle the media, the way he speak. It also
No,
affect.
that's another thing.
He will affect the back room of his player.
Is it?
I've seen his
When I
press
say
conferences.
it's not bad, what? Okay, what?
Is actually better than Lampard and it's okay.
Yeah, it's
But
okay,
the
what?
thing is, right, it feels fake. He says the right things.
He's saying PR things lah.
Okay, he's saying PR things.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
You saw, right?
Yeah, I saw.
He's saying
His
PR
interviews.
things, the right things to
Yep.
that get
It
fans
is,
to
it
say,
is.
yeah, I believe in this guy.
Yeah.
But I feel that
He's not real
when
lah.
he say that in front of the media and what he's doing,
It's totally different lah.
yeah, he can say, oh, we are lacking this and that. He's trying to, project that PR. But at the back, Aubameyang cannot get out. He's not being reasonable with players.
But
That's what I feel.
Isn't it okay if he does that? Because he needs to manage the media, but managing my players is, let's say I'm the manager, I manage the media. Like example, Klopp, he's German. He doesn't give a crap about
Okay, I think
British
his
media.
one is extreme.
Mm.
Like for example, Klopp, right? Thiago, that guy is something sort, right? I when he's on the field, as in he's a wild player. He can tackle and go in. You see his eyes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You see his eyes. So somehow Klopp manages to mold him as a fatherly figure. Manages to mold. I think that's what Arteta is in that extreme. He's the father that just say no, get out. You follow or get out. He's very iron fist lah, like you say lah. But I want him to improve a bit and
Need
say,
to be softened.
not too soft. Not too
Soften. Like when I know I need to crunch,
Correct, yes.
I will crunch. If I know how to
Sayang.
I will
Love.
do that.
Yeah.
And I know that it's too hard. I will release a bit, but I know that you need to be
Yeah.
control.
Don't squeeze.
Yeah.
And don't use the squeezing method as your first option.
Sayang first,
Sayang or a bit of harder
Fine.
sayang lah, harder
like,
love lah.
Tough love. Tough love.
A bit of
one
tough
week,
love,
one
a
week
bit.
of like this week you're not playing because of this.
Yeah.
I'll fine you like half a week of salary,
Yes, yeah.
something
And
like
then
that.
slowly get him back in.
This
you know?
how
Still got fine.
no, this how
small fine.
honestly this is how I believe United and the rivalry in the early days, right?
That was in Ferguson. Yeah, that's what I say. It's still have man now. No, don't have, I think.
No, what I'm trying to say,
No,
that
no more
really
already.
still works because you must, as a manager yourself, you are much older than the players. And your manager is like really a fatherly figure, brotherly figure. Show the love to the players. They will eventually love you and play for the club. Money one side, of course, everyone want to be paid for his value. But if you don't show like I love my players, I'm protecting my players. But if let's say this game you play very badly, I can't really protect you. I will say something, but not totally, in front of media. Behind the scenes, behind the scene. When I come to media, I know how to protect my players, and I know how to side my player. I also need to a bit criticize my player when I need to. But I think Arteta is too much PR already.
Yeah, but I think when he's doing PR, he's protecting his players. When he's doing PR, like he's protecting the club, he's protecting the players from criticism, so that when he goes back, he can address the criticism better.
I think
like
he's
the way
afraid,
because what I feel is that first, how I say is, why I give him an A- is, he prior to this he doesn't have any management skills.
Yep.
This is his first, even though he's 3 years with Arsenal.
3 seasons.
3 seasons with Arsenal. With these 3 seasons, right, it can only go up. Because with what you say is a small jump between 8th place to 5th place, he has get rid one of the best players that you guys have, Aubameyang, and still managed to go to 5th place. That's one. This is your first European qualification after how many years?
Only 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Previously?
Europa. Before that, Europa. Mr. Good evening.
I don't know. For him, for Arteta.
This is his first of 3
this is his
seasons.
first European
Yeah.
European qualification after how many seasons he's been there,
Yeah.
right? And because this is the first time that he's helming a team, a proper team, he needs the experience level to level up. Which, like I say, when you are this down, any leveling up is good for you. You just level up together, and that's why I think Arteta and Arsenal is at a good place, because a new manager who's trying to learn how to manage with a young team who needs the kind of a manager who can try everything, who's willing to try everything and finally get a good recipe or chemistry with the team. I think it can only mean better.
I think if your grades includes the potentially to be better, for me, I'm grading
that's true.
it as that whole season.
Because
if you ask me if do I see a brighter future ahead, yes, of course. Then I would say yes, A for that future. But I'm just the way I grade that B- is this season and compared to his progress for the past 2 seasons. Yeah, there's the difference between you and me.
Mine is additionally.
Yeah, additionally.
Because with the addition of not just looking future, the addition of the signings.
Yeah.
Signings that they have done for last season, signings that your team has done for last season, and signings that the other top teams like Spurs and all that have done. Because your team, even though you guys have probably the least lost money or loss of income in the whole league, maybe, right? In London, your ticket is the highest, is the most expensive, and your team is not buying players or spending on players who are marquee players. So with that kind of level, he's still managing an improvement in the team. That's why I see that he's actually not bad.
Okay.
That's what I feel.
My A is because that you as a fan, at the starting of the season, giving him discount.
Discount?
You were like, wow, why Arsenal like this and that.
Okay.
You were like, how will I be able to go? You're starting of the season. I think most of fans are like, wow, are we going to spot 8 again?
Actually, at the start of the season, I say I wait until the end of the season.
Correct. But some of your
first game only lose.
First game, what to say? I never say anything.
Yeah, but the starting of the thing is quite
up and down.
yo-yo.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you compare to my team, yes, we buy players and that. But like Spurs sacked Mourinho starting of the season, right? Did he get interim? No.
Starting of the season, end of a season, before he go even the finals.
At least Spurs didn't that mistake of getting. Let's do an interim. Let's do a caretaker.
He agenda against interim manager. He really don't like interim manager. That's why. But I understand.
As I mentioned, if Ole comes in as a permanent manager and he's being sacked, I have no excuse. But in history, to be honest, yes, I know that you told me that there's some, but in percentage wise, right? I don't think as an interim or caretaker manager has done a wonderful job before, right? And continue like years and like 5 years or 6 years later, type of thing. But yeah, I think Arsenal has gone into a area that you can give really a A.
Okay.
Because you guys is the impossible make possible. A team,
all or nothing.
a team without international international stars like
Watch out Amazon.
Son, Kane. The keeper is number
Lloris.
one.
Okay,
Lloris
okay,
is number
Lloris.
one.
Yeah,
You
French.
see,
Yeah,
the whole team is international top
man,
players
that's the
itself.
thing.
And
Yeah.
you fighting for fifth.
Yeah, that's
To
why
be
it's
honest,
achievement,
yourself, there's no face value loss. It's a A or A plus. It's a definitely a good grade to give Arteta. Yes, you, as a fan, it's like, he should do this, you should do that. But he's learning.
Yeah, man.
He's learning and he's learning fast. He's not learning 1 season, 2 season, 3, 4 season, but he's learning fast.
It is the third season.
And third season, 3 plays bro. 3 plays is a lot of points taken to add on,
Saka is the only international except for Elneny. Elneny is Egyptian.
Yeah.
Saka is the only international who's played for a major tournament, I think, with Zaka. Saka and Zaka. The others, I think not really.
Ramsdale was on relegation team. His mentality is also different.
Yeah. So actually Arteta changed that.